Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Prestonsburg High School, the site of the 2022 All-A Volleyball Tournament. Wayne Fugit, along with Kayla Van Hoos and Dr. Lee Boyd. Guys, we've seen a lot of volleyball, and we're going to see plenty more here tonight as we've got the second night of the quarterfinal matchups, and the first matchup of the night is Prestonsburg, who was a winner over Jenkins in the play-in game, going up against the Hornets from Phelps.
Well, you know, there's never a lot or too much of volleyball to me and Dr. Boyd here because, you know, we pretty much live in the gym. You know, Lee had children that played, and they're finally off to college, and he's got even more free time to do whatever BBA needs. He's kind of hands-on with that and helps us out a lot. So we, you know, we kind of like to get together and talk shop.
Anytime you can talk or watch volleyball, count me in.
Yeah.
What do you think about this first matchup tonight?
I think this is going to be a pretty close match. Over the past 4 or 5 years, these teams pretty much split, usually the home team winning, and Prestonsburg having the home advantage of the tournament being here this year may help them out. We'll see, but I say it will be a pretty close game.
I think you're right, Lee. I hope that a few more P-Burgers show up to cheer on the Black Cats because that'll give us a little bit better environment. But as far as talent goes, I think they're neck and neck.
Prestonsburg got a couple of wins, of course, one of them coming in this tournament. Phelps has only played 3 games, I believe, and have yet to pick up their first win.
I think that Phelps has a hard time scheduling games because of their geography, and I hate that for them. You know, those kids deserve a program and to participate in sports just as much as anybody else does.
Yeah, the same way with their football program. I think they schedule a lot of the games against Grundy and Hurley and some of the West Virginia schools as well. And yeah, it's not an advantage by any means to have to go out of the area to play like that.
Well, you know, if you're familiar with the Pike County geography, you're actually a little closer to Virginia and West Virginia in some spots of that, you know, that end of Pike County. So it doesn't surprise me that they, you know, they play Hurley and they play Grundy and they even man West Virginia. They will visit and play quite a bit. So, you know, that it borders West Virginia right there where they're at.
Absolutely. Of course, last night we saw a couple of good matchups, and the finale there last night, Valley and Pikeville went right down to the wire.
It did. We got to see some free volleyball, 3 sets of action, and I think those 2 teams will go to war 2 more times at least this season. You know, and I think it could be anybody's game for either one of them.
Yeah, they're gonna go head to head at least a couple times, and I would say in their district tournament also. So they're going to battle a few more times, and I think all of those will be good games.
I think so too, and we talked about it yesterday. They got to face a district opponent without it counting towards their seeding. So you probably have a little bit more of a scouting report on them because you got to play them. You know their tendencies now. I mean, I look to see coaching come into play very heavily from both sides of the net.
Yep.
Absolutely. Tell you what, we've got this match going to start in about a minute or so. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more from Prestonsburg High School.
You're on the move every day. You're mobile, and so is Community Trust Bank. Now, you've got one-touch access to your accounts. No need to remember or update passwords. Make a deposit with a click, not a pen. No deposit slip and no line. And get that morning cup of joe without the hassle, without the wait. Community Trust Bank is dedicated to making your banking experience secure, fast, and easy. Don't wait. Go mobile with Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. It's called Forward Pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text, or take it to the max with unlimited data plus for only $89.99, which has 50 gig of high-speed data. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Everything you love about TV and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Plus, easily find and watch your favorite shows. Anywhere, on any device. Great for the entire family. And easy to use.
Buying a home. It's likely the largest purchase you'll ever make. And choosing a bank is one of your most important decisions. Choose wisely. Choose Community Trust Bank to get you home. With over a century of mortgage experience, we're committed to the highest standards of personalized service. For strength only a community bank can offer, look to Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy. The genuine, the original Overhead Door for all of life's little ups and downs.
Now let's meet the teams. First, for the guests on the scoreboard, the Lady Black Cats of Prestonsburg High School. Number 1, Allie Hamilton. Number 2, Sarah Brown. Number 3, Allie Garrett. Number 5, Kennedy Greer. Number 6, Logan Rice. Number 8, Carly Marino. Number 9, Kaylee Perkins. Number 10, Haley Klein. Number 11, Maya Burgess. Number 12, Heather Sally. Number 14, Weather Bryant. Number 15, Kendra Moreno. Number 16, Jade Hilton. Number 17, Kennedy Dixon. Number 18, Amelia Newsom. Number 19, Grace Miller. Number 20, Kaden Newsom. And number 23, Kaylee Hobson. The Black Cats are coached by assistant coach Courtney Masters and the head coach, Larry Hodge. Now the home team on the scoreboard, the Lady Hornets of Phelps High School. Number 3, Amelia Casey. Number 19, Corey Murphy. Number 1, Chloe Bevins. Number 18, Ariana Browning. Number 25, Kaylee Chapman. Number 35, Haley Kinder. Number 14, Hannah McCoy. Number 6, Charity Mounts. Number 17, Bailey Norman. Number 23, Ariana Pigman. Number 21, Selena Smith. Number 11, Emma Turner. And number 15, Tegan Agins. The Lady Hornets are coached by head coach Micah Ratliff.
All right, just about set for this quarterfinal matchup. A lot of youth out there on that court tonight.
Yeah, both teams look pretty young. Lee and I are pretty familiar with Prestonsburg because his daughter just graduated from there last year. I'm interested to see this Phelps team, though, see what these young kids can bring to the table.
It looks like just one senior for Prestonsburg and 2 for Phelps. So the youth movement goes on. Last night we kept often saying, and that's an 8th grader, and it looks like it's going to continue to hold true tonight. At
one point last night we had 5 8th graders on the court, including both sides, so that's a lot in a varsity sport. And, you know, they all held their own.
Yeah, that was probably the more impressive thing last night was these young girls that stepped up into a big role. It shows that volleyball IQ is starting to progress through the younger ranks quicker.
Yes, at most schools, you know, you don't start volleyball until 7th grade, so that just shows that we're getting them a little bit earlier and getting them involved, and they're understanding the game. And they're definitely watching more volleyball thanks to Kentucky and Louisville both winning national championships. So.
Yeah, the SEC Network's been plugging volleyball about every Wednesday night throughout the week once the season starts, and that's always a fun game to watch.
As they should.
If there's a parent out there that's watching that would like their child to be involved in volleyball, even at a younger age than 7th grade, is there options out there for them?
Yeah, there actually are options with us. That's
Okay.
what Bluegrass Volleyball Academy does.
Absolutely.
You guys can follow us on Facebook. We started as early as 4 years old this year, and we had a 4-year-old learning how to play. Now, you don't have a lot of success at that age, but it's the mechanics at that point, you know,
Exactly.
teaching them muscle memory. So
I agree. It's just getting out there and learning what to do. And you'll see some of these programs too. You know, that's how Allen Central really got started. They had their middle school and even elementary schools playing a lot earlier than most of the other schools around, and they used that to their advantage for a long time.
You know, Floyd County has been the front runner of volleyball in this region. You know, they've had elementary for a long time, and they started in the 3rd grade. You know, in Lexington, Louisville, you like to see it starts way earlier than that, Wayne. But, you know, 3rd grade's a pretty good jump from most places only starting in 7th. So you see more elementary volleyball throughout the region than you did even 5 years ago, and that's progress. Amelia Casey with a big block for Phelps.
Nice block from number 3.
Now, we talked earlier off air about, you know, BVA kids and the familiarity of them. You know, Amelia Casey did a summer league with us, and blocking is her strong suit, so I look for her to do that a few times today. The smart tip by Maya Burgess. Amelia got a touch on that one.
Yeah,
Their libero's not letting it die. Both teams just scrapping away right here. I like that Grace Miller stayed back there, Lee. She was patient and didn't crash to the ball there. Had somebody back covering.
Knowing where to be is huge. So many times these girls forget to transition in like the 2nd or 3rd hit, and they'll get caught in no man's land.
Or too far up, or too far back, or, you know.
It looks like early here we're going to see Burgess and Casey going at it on each side of the net.
Uh-huh.
Just long there.
Casey back to serve. Her being off the net is going to be good news for Prestonsburg right here. Let's see if they can capitalize. A nice pass off that serve. Sarah Brown with a bump set to Allie Hamilton. A dig by Amelia Casey. And a roll shot gets Prestonsburg off balance here. Oh. Point to Prestonsburg. I'm going to say one thing that I've noticed over the years about Phelps volleyball is that you cannot ever count them out, because they do everything they can to keep that ball from dying on the floor.
Yes, they do. They're always scrappy. A little bit long.
What happens when you get blocked early in a game, Lee, is then you start becoming hesitant on your swing, and you don't follow through. You don't swing as hard as you normally would have, so that changes the trajectory of the ball, and you'll see out or, you know, hits just being soft over the block, trying not to get blocked. And blocks happen. Got to play through them. Called a lift right there. It's a great serve by Maya Burgess.
Ace.
We've talked about that several times. That's probably what Maya is best at, is serving. She'll go back to the line and bring up 4 or 5 for you almost every time she's up.
That is definitely her strong suit.
And over the years, we've seen improvement upon defense. So, like we've said before, being able to do everything, it matters.
She had to get up from the number 2 spot there a second ago, which is typically not where you'll see the first ball go, but she read it. Nice swing by Greer. Another serve.
And another ace.
Seeing Prestonsburg as the guest on the scoreboard is a little confusing here tonight.
Yeah. I think we could have agreed on that one being flopped. Now, that was the right idea by Prestonsburg's Sarah Brown, but knowing how far you are from the net when you try to execute that sneak tip, just...
Yeah, I think she felt she was right on the net. She was really 3 or 4 feet off. Nice set and swing from Brown to Greer.
I feel like that Greer is not giving us all of her gears right here, though, because that swing seemed a little off speed for her, and she's got plenty of power. Ooh.
It's got all the tape on that one.
Prestonsburg leading 7-6. Phelps serving.
A little miscommunication going on.
Emma Turner to serve again. You're going to have to bring some power to your hits against Phelps because they do dig pretty well.
You're going to need a little more than a soft overhand.
Way to watch
nice
there.
read.
Good communication, too.
You know, just noticing you have Miller and Burgess side each other in the back row, and they're probably their 2 defenders. I would probably like to see a little separation of those 2 to spread out your best defenders.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
The senior with the up and then with the return over the net from the back row attack.
A nice roll from Kennedy Greer.
Sometimes it don't have to be hard. You just got to find the spot. Let's see, we had the overpass. Let's see if Prestonsburg can use it.
Had a touch on the block for Phelps. That's close, but out. Grace Miller with the good eye. Allie Garrett still serving for Prestonsburg.
That was a little better swing from Greer. I like that.
Nice little shot from her, right down the seam in the back row.
I got to give a little props there to Sarah Brown. She didn't become a setter until this past winter of the BVA league, and now she's rolled into a starting position for Prestonsburg.
Talk about a kid that's got some work ethic, because she's been in the gym with somebody on BVA staff every Sunday she can.
She has definitely improved and worked and got herself into a starting position. Being a volleyball player, because she can play a little bit of everything, and if you can do that, you'll find yourself on the court.
Another kill for Kennedy Greer.
Nice, smart decision at the net. Sometimes they see those balls in the net and want to just swing for the moon, but she placed it exactly where it needed to be. Smart decision.
You know, the best decision in those instances is to go up and block them down away from wherever, you know, the other team's players are. And I'm glad to see Kennedy with that soft tip instead of going up and pounding that down. Because 9 times out of 10, they swing so hard, it goes out.
Phelps decides to put the brakes on this for a minute and see if things change the momentum. Prestonsburg starting to get a little bit of separation. Not sure who has the playlist for this tournament, but I say I'm digging it.
I'm sure you are.
That young slide on the age, is it?
Yeah, a young man by the name of Ricky Thacker. Who
Well,
just happens to be the principal.
You know, that would probably make the second or third time I've called Lee old this week. So I'm.
She seems to be making that as like
It's a theme.
permanent thing.
Yeah. I've got to pretend to be young for about 4 more years because I'm going to have to stop when I turn 40.
Let's see if Grace Miller can keep this rolling for Petersburg or if the timeout was a momentum stopper. A little overpass. It's one of those where the outside hitter for Phelps just caught herself kind of out of position and was already too close under the net.
Lots of hustle right there
Good
from
hustle
Phelps.
by the libero. You know, we talked about that in night 1, the difference between why there's some girls out there with different colored jerseys. You want to explain that?
Well, in volleyball, you have a free sub. There are substitution limitations in volleyball, so that libero is typically your best defensive player, and they are eligible to go in any position in the back row at any time. So it helps you keep that number of substitutions down to the legal limit in a game. In club, you only get 12 subs.
We know.
I found out the hard way many a time.
When you played volleyball in high school, was a libero allowed?
No, it was not a thing.
I did not think
I'm
so.
sure it was a thing in places that knew what volleyball was actually supposed to look like.
Oh, Prestonsburg setter got her foot across the midline, the bottom. You can be on the midline, you just can't go completely across it. She caught her foot all the way under it.
It's such a tough judgment call, too. You have to really be watching that.
It's tough when the pass puts you into the net. You know, a lot of times the setter gets the blame for it, but it's the pass that puts them in that position. Nice hands on the ball from Allie Hamilton.
And that will give her a block.
She's another young one who's got some nice hops to her.
Just a bit outside.
I think that's the first service fault we've had.
Yeah,
First
service
the entire
error.
Yeah, service error in the entire set.
We saw a lot of those last night, guys.
We did.
There was a lot last night. You know, there's kind of 2 thoughts of that. You want to go, do you want to just go for it all and high risk, high reward, or do you want to be safe on it?
Right.
I know Coach Skinner, he likes the high risk, high reward serve. They will usually have a little bit of a high number of errors on their serves, but they also have a high number of aces.
Right, because they absolutely blister the ball. I'm more of an over and in, but I prefer placement. Because chances are, you know, I'm a numbers kind of person just like you are. I know who to serve at. That's typically what we're looking for.
Maybe we jinxed them, right?
It might have. Casey back to the line for Phelps. I would have liked to seen Grace Miller confidently swing at that. She called the ball, but at some point didn't really know if she had it or not. She's playing really good defense. A nice hit from Maya Burgess, and that'll be a kill.
Nice swing out of the middle spot for her.
I've always liked Maya in the middle.
Let's see if we can get our services back in order here. There we go.
Allie Hamilton's got a nice serve, so she'll be the one to do it.
She can get on a roll.
Yep.
You know, that right there shows a lot of times. I teach the girls if they're not sure where to go with that first ball, always go back at the server because they're worried about transitioning back, and you can catch them out of position a lot on that very first ball.
Trying to get to base.
That was just a nice play serve.
It was. A lot of times you'll see, especially in this region, you'll see people set up in their defense instead of serve receive because they're two different formats.
That was another good serve because it forced the barrel all the way to the back row.
Couple of great digs here. And what a spot from Maya Burgess.
That was a really athletic move on her because she was going into the judge's stand to get that ball.
And that set was way wide. She was off balance, reaching across her body for it. So what a cut. I'd like to see Greer keep that ball just a little farther in front of her so she could power it down. You got to have that angle on the ball. Casey's going to swing from the back row. Oh, an inadvertent whistle.
Judge realized he made a mistake, so it's a do-over.
As a coach, do you like the do-over?
I don't like for the game momentum to stop.
Exactly.
Not if you were the one about to score.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I probably would have had some words about that. It does happen, though. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good effort on Greer. See if somebody can save that and do. You see somebody lay their body out like that, you really like to see the rest of the team come back and do something with it.
That was really nice hustle from Greer.
Well, Phelps is keeping this close. Prestonsburg had extended that 4 to 5 point lead, but they're keeping it within double digits, or 2 points now.
Like I said earlier, you can't ever count Phelps out. They're all effort.
Nice swing by Greer. She had a little more power on that one.
She did. Found the hole.
That started out with a nice up by Burgess. You get a first good pass, and then it sets your offense up to do some really nice things.
21-18, Prestonsburg.
Number 3 for Prestonsburg, Allie Garrett. She's been a very good server tonight. That hasn't been her strong suit, but she's been doing it tonight for Petersburg, forcing Phelps into their second time out of the set.
She's got some nice rotation on her serve. So it's, you know, anytime that ball's coming at you with a spin, of course it's going to take a shank off of your platform if you don't know how to hold your pass. You know, Lee, I think I spy a BVA shirt in the crowd.
Uh-oh, now you have me looking. We need to have one of those game spotters
Fan
now.
cam.
Fan cam.
Purple shirt, Miss Tia Wesley for Betsy Lane over there.
Oh, I've spotted Tia, yeah. Tia's another young one. A couple years ago was just getting the feel for it. She's turned into a nice
A
hitter.
threat, yes.
sudden stop to the music just as I was having my foot going down under here.
My foot's always going, but it's just shaking because that's what I do. Had nothing to do with Ricky's music.
All right, Phelps has used their second timeout of the set, so no more timeouts.
Oh. Casey tries to get that one over for her team.
Phelps seemed to come a little more flat after that timeout.
Allie Garrett about to serve us home, I think.
A nice swing from the middle, Weather Bryant.
I like seeing Allie try to set that up anyway. And an attack error from Greer.
Just a little early on that swing. Set point for Prestonsburg, but Phelps has the serve back.
Set goes to Phelps.
That point was set up by that pass by Miller. I mean, it was a perfect pass to the setter. Setter did not have to move at all.
Grace Miller has improved a ton.
All right, guys, let's take a quick break. We'll be back with set number 2 from Prestonsburg High School.
Buying a home. It's likely the largest purchase you'll ever make. And choosing a bank is one of your most important decisions. Choose wisely. Choose Community Trust Bank to get you home. With over a century of mortgage experience, we are committed to the highest standards of personalized service. For strengths only a community bank can offer, look to Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. It's called Forward Pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus for only $89.99, which has 50 gig of high-speed data. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
You're on the move every day. You're mobile, and so is Community Trust Bank. Now, you've got one-touch access to your accounts. No need to remember or update passwords. Make a deposit with a click, not a pen. No deposit slip and no line. And get that morning cup of joe without the hassle, without the wait. Community Trust Bank is dedicated to making your banking experience secure, fast, and easy. Don't wait. Go mobile with Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
More than ever, life is full of change, and sometimes change is good. Same with your cable package. By upgrading to streaming with Gearhart TV, you get a ton of features and content. That's entertainment for everyone, no matter what they watch or how they do it. Change doesn't have to be a challenge either. Streaming with Gearhart TV is easy to use on the devices you already have. Ready for change? Contact Gearhart TV and make the switch to streaming today.
And we're back at Prestonsburg High School, the 2022 Ollie Classic Volleyball Tournament. Prestonsburg up 1-0.
And these games are best 2 out of 3, Wayne. So if Prestonsburg wins, they advance again in the All-A tournament.
The winner will advance on to play the winner of our second game of the night, which is Betsy Lane and Eastridge.
That was great communication by Phelps. They stayed in system and ran an offense. Amelia Casey just sent it out. couple inches, and that ball would have been in. That would have been a kill. Prestonsburg scores first.
You know, the old saying that defense wins championships, I think holds true. I was even thinking about that last night in the Pikeville-Shelby Valley game. I think Pikeville just had a little bit better defense in that last set. And I think that's what both of these young teams, to get that next step up, is they need to bring up their defensive game a lot.
Right, you've got several people that now know how to hit all across the region. But we've got to have more DSs, more liberos emerge as, you know, great athletes. You need those kids that are picking up those balls that are hopeless.
Yeah, you need that mentality if nothing hits the floor. Nice to see Greer get her serve back there. She struggled a little bit in the first set, but she picked it back up in those serves.
It was a great swing by Burgess. Good set, too. Grace Miller is just tracking the ball really well tonight, Lee.
She is.
Like, knowing where it's going to go before it goes is the most important part of being a good defender.
She's had, in this set, pretty much every ball she touched has been great passes. That time the setter was a little out of position.
I mean, her lateral movements are good. She's, you know.
Nice serve from Phelps.
That was a nice serve. Oh, a nice pickup by Burgess.
Let's see if Prestonsburg can do something with that effort. Oh, kind of saw that. Phelps got to run their offense, and Casey wasn't wasting that one. She hammered it down.
She has some good upside to her. She's got a nice vertical. She's got some height on her, too, and then got that strength. So
if it weren't for her grandfather, though, right?
Right. Poor old Nancy, my buddy.
Yep.
Old pal.
Old pal. Old friend, Nancy Casey.
Yep. Pike County's AD. He's been in the sports arena for a long time.
Not much of a golfer, though, I don't think.
Well, neither am I. I'm good for about 9 holes, and then I'm just like, golly, why do people do this?
It's a nice block by Casey.
Was.
Wow.
Kill for Burgess.
Number 2, Sarah Brown serving for Prestonsburg. Free ball, see if P-Bird can use it.
Nope.
Nope.
Brown got a little too far under the ball, and a setting error right there.
Yep.
Phelps has a lead right now. Up 1. Staying in their offense a little bit more than they were last set, too. Casey took some speed off that swing. Oh, nice effort right there.
Nice effort. Nice serve. Overpass. Yeah. Usually dangerous things happen when you overpass.
You can't feed a kid a birthday ball at the net like Amelia Casey, because like I told you earlier, she's got some height on her. She's got a pretty good vertical. She's just going to go up and put that right back down at you. And she played it smart, too. We saw that earlier from Greer. That ball just rolled off the tape for a kill.
You love it when you get the point off those roll shots, but the other side just, it kind of deflates you because there's nothing you can do about it. Just squirts across there.
Bragged on Miss Burgess and jinxed her. One of two seniors for Phelps serving. It was a great serve, nice deep in the back court. Nice out of system right here from Grace Miller. And a kill for Kennedy Greer off of it.
This is the rotation that Prestonsburg created separation in the first set. So let's see if this is where the separation occurs again, or if Phelps can hold them off.
Well, they've got Amelia Casey in the back row, and that's where they took their run. Now that worked out for Prestonsburg, Lee, but the setter had no available hitters because everybody was stuck at the net. Nobody transitioned back to attack. And so that ball had to be free balled over, and it just kind of caught Phelps off guard.
Yeah, girls get tired of hearing me yell transition during practice. They say, I know, but if you don't go, you don't know.
You don't know, yeah.
Is the transition, you mean going from defensive positioning to an offense?
Yes, it's going, because on the net you're on a defensive position, and then back behind the attack line you're offense.
Yeah. But there's really a transition on every single touch. They should be moving, even on their side, every touch, they should be going to a different spot.
Well, if I don't do anything else, I've learned some stuff about volleyball this week.
Well, that's great. Suit up, Wayne. Needs more coaches.
Big overpass there, and Hamilton teed it off. It's one of those we were talking about earlier. I like it when the players take the safe approach and just put it down, but that paid off, and it looked good.
It did.
It's a highlight reel play.
Yeah, and you know, it's exciting for the kids. It's hard to want to take it from them as a coach, but I'm not going to lie, I tell them not to.
Well, this is that rotation we was talking about. Prestonsburg created separation in the first set and starting to a little bit here in this second set and caused Phelps to take a timeout.
Prestonsburg's playing pretty well, and that was a nice put down by Hamilton. You know, I just think they've got some momentum. They're feeling confident. They're doing the right things. You know, but Phelps, like I said, you can never count them out of it. They're only down 2. They've just got to get their senior Amelia Casey back to the front.
Yeah, if they can get out of this rotation from Prestonsburg and get Casey back to the front, it'll be tied again.
That was a hard serve. And a kill for Casey. Blocking error.
Out of the back row.
I do like that Phelps is trying to swing at every third ball.
I'd rather swing than send a free ball.
Me too.
In high school volleyball, statistics show 78% of the time, if you free ball it, you're losing the point.
What a cut.
Swing by Burgess.
Now, over the years, Burgess has mastered that 4-to-4 cut, and that is a great way to score some points for your team, because in your defensive coverage, typically nobody's there on purpose, because that's a skill that not a lot of kids have. You're just kind of giving that area away.
Yeah, it kind of takes the block out of the play.
Mm-hmm.
Both sides are just going at it. Nothing's hitting the floor. This is a great volley. Oh, almost. Good effort by both sides. That was a fun volley.
Points like that count the same, but they mean a little more, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
When you work hard for them.
Well, the excitement builds the longer the ball stays in the air in volleyball, because you've got that suspense. Who's going to put it down? Nice little roll shot from Burgess.
It's because she stayed home. That ball came this far off the court. Those girls have a tendency to want to fall over. She stayed home so she could get that set.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Ooh. They're calling it out of bounds.
Yeah, the judge is calling it out of bounds off the antenna.
I think the call was supposed to be in. No, it wasn't. It was Amelia Casey that swung at it. Okay. Whew. Way to recover that one. Both teams playing good. There's that suspense building.
Yeah.
Ooh. Point goes to Phelps. 16-10, Prestonsburg lead. See if they can close it out in 2 right here.
Well, they've got Casey back on the front row for Phelps, so this is when they usually tighten the score up a little bit, so we'll see. And McCoy serving now. She rolled off about 4 in a row earlier this set.
Called somebody in the net from Phelps.
Burgess would have had her a kill, but Phelps was in the net. They still got the point.
No stats.
Nice serve, low and flat. Another free ball. Let's see if Prestonsburg can use it. Burgess is making some athletic swings here because that ball was off the court. And
she was backpedaling. Yeah.
And was able to swing and not free ball it.
She's looking like a senior in this game.
But definitely the seniors are standing out. You have Burgess on the red and Casey in black.
Didn't talk over here on the Phelps side. 19-10, Prestonsburg.
Phelps takes their timeout.
It's looking like Prestonsburg's going to put this one away, Lee.
They should at this point. If you don't at this point, though, and you lose all momentum from a set like this, it doesn't look good for the third set.
No, you cannot come out of this huddle relaxed. You got to remain focused, get the job done. We saw them yesterday or the day before yesterday in their play-in game. That second set, they came out a little bit flat. So let's hope they keep their eyes on the prize right here.
So far, they've been taking care of business, which is, hopefully it means this team is maturing a little bit and learning how to win.
As we go, that's all you can hope for.
That was just a pretty run offense by Prestonsburg that time.
And you can hear them calling for it too. I mean, from up here. So
I think that Prestonsburg has kept their focus, like we said, coming out of that huddle.
yeah.
Looks as if this match is theirs to take. Not without some valiant effort from Phelps. You can't do that. Yep. Now, Wayne, you cannot attack a serve.
Right.
And so that was considered an attack on a serve. Phelps going to their bench now, putting some younger kids in.
Get some girls in the scorebook for the tournament.
That was a hard free ball.
Hey, young ones are coming in. They're wanting to get theirs.
That was a nice swing. Me too. That young lady, pretty hard hit.
She's just a freshman, Charity Mounts. She's going to, while she's in, make the most of it. I like it.
You got Bailey Norman back to serve. Service error for Phelps. 22-11. And ace for Allie Hamilton.
You know, you see Phelps bring in the subs, and you kind of wonder, why isn't Prestonsburg doing the same? I tell you, in volleyball, it's such a momentum game that if you do that and lose it, because I've seen it happen, you bring in the subs because you think you're going to win, and the subs blow it, and they lose the momentum, and they lose the whole match.
People don't realize how quickly you can take a 7-point swing in volleyball. You get inexperience on the court, you know, anything happens. You could probably afford a defensive sub at this point in the game. But just not wanting to chance it so that they can advance again. We're going to have to look and see if Prestonsburg has ever advanced twice in the All-A.
Well, I know they haven't in 8 years.
We'll refer to our friends of the KHSAA, their scoreboard, for that information. Phelps scoring a few points, not giving up. Sometimes an underhand serve will just get you off balance.
Nice
there we
swing
go.
by Haley Klein out of the middle.
That'll be match point for Prestonsburg.
See if Burgess can take this home. And she does. Yep.
Her third ace of the game.
The Wildcats move on to the semifinals for the
All right, guys. Prestonsburg takes it 2-0 over Phelps, and they will move on to play the winner of our second match tonight, which is Betsy Lane, Lady Bobcats, going up against Eastridge. And
that'll be a good game.
yeah, and we're going to see it here in just a few moments. So we're going to step aside, and we'll be back in just a few moments with that match. You're watching the 15th Region All-A Classic Volleyball Tournament on WPRG TV5.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. It's called Forward Pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text, or take it to the max with unlimited data plus for only $89.99, which has 50 gig of high-speed data, because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
You're on the move every day. You're mobile, and so is Community Trust Bank. Now, you've got one-touch access to your accounts. No need to remember or update passwords. Make a deposit with a click, not a pen. No deposit slip and no line. And get that morning cup of joe without the hassle, without the wait. Community Trust Bank is dedicated to making your banking experience secure, fast, and easy. Don't wait. Go mobile with Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.